Hello, my friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, making sure this mic is on because I don't know, me and this mic just kind of be having a little bit of beef. Um, if you're new here, hi, my name is B. If you're accustomed, what am I trying to say? I swear I feel like retrograde. It's not retrograde, but it kind of been feel like retrograde. Anyway, we just gonna run it back. My name is B. If you're new to being here, hi, welcome. If you're accustomed to being here, welcome back. There we go. Now we got some act right around this motherfucker. So this is going to be for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venuses. I don't really know. I don't know. If you've been following my content, you know I kind of just like to just do whatever come out. So we just gonna see whatever comes out. Drop down below in the description box if you need to find me. I'm open for personal readings. Like, share, subscribe, join our family over here. Trying to grow our community, trying to grow our family over here. So definitely subscribe, leave some comments if this resonated. And as I've been having to prefix my videos, if you're cross watching, take what resonate. Okay, there isn't necessarily a you need to do this, you need to do that type of thing. If you're reading my content, watching my content, I always say start with your sign, your energy first, and then go from there. If you watch for you and you feel like, oh, this doesn't resonate for me, then cross watch. If you cross watching, then cross watch for whatever is normal for you. I like to do the rising sign, that's typically the standard. But if you read or watch for your moon, that's cool. If you read and you watch for your sun, that's cool. Cool, cool. All right. Let's start with whatever comes out for my Sagittarius peoples. You know, I'm biased. I like to do us first. So, it is what it is. It's my content. I can do what I want to do. So, let me see. Give me a little bit of something. Excuse me. Give me a little bit of something for my Sagittarius sun, moon, and rising and Venus people. For what do they need to know? Official person came out. I like that. Courthouse. Official person, courthouse, mature man, mature woman. Sagittarius, what we got going on? What y'all got going on? What we got going on? What's the issue? Message of concern is down at the bottom of the deck. Give me one more card. Concern. That's so funny. Message of concern was at the bottom of the deck. Did y'all see it? And then look what just came out. Still I Rise by Nicki Minaj is playing in the background. Um, so yeah, what all do we have right now at the moment? So we have official person, like I said. We have courthouse, like I said. Mature man and mature woman came out together, which is interesting. And then message of concern. Well, it's actually really just said concern, but I think it's pretty interesting that message of concern was at the bottom of the deck, and then we got the concern card. So what this is already kind of feeling like, excuse me, sorry, I hit my my 420 pen a little hard, I guess, before I started this. I just had that raspiness. What this is already feeling like, though, let me just kind of jump into it. Sagittarius, you might have someone who feels like there's some unfinished business. I say that because the courthouse card is here, and for me, in this deck, especially depending on like the rest of the cards, courthouse to me is unfinished business. You know, the courthouse is where you go to handle your business, permits, license. You got a ticket, child support payments. Like you have to go to the courthouse, right? You run a red light or some shit like that, you have to go to court. You get pulled over or something, you have to go to court. So you go to court to handle your business. Next to the official person makes me feel like if you have unfinished business with someone, they might be trying to come back to handle the business, and they might be coming back as an official person, or this could be an official person. Even if you're watching this and you like, child, I don't have unfinished business with nobody. All of my business, all of my loose ends are tied. All of my I's dotted, T's crossed. I don't know what you're talking about, right? This is someone who feels like they have unfinished business with you. Take that for take that for how it resonate, right? Over here with the mature man, mature woman, this feels like more of your energy. Um, Honestly, if I can be completely honest, this concern card also feels like it's over here, or you might get a message of concern from someone, right? The concern card, I feel like this concerned energy feels like this official person energy over here. It feels like whoever is trying to come back as an official person, or maybe they actually are an official person and they really do have their shit together. This still doesn't necessarily feel like they mark off all of your boxes. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And I say that because again, you have mature man and mature woman. So this makes me feel like you might have met someone, might be dealing with someone who feels a little more on your level, who feels like they're a little bit on your same wavelength, like they're pretty mature, right? Official person doesn't necessarily mean you're the most mature motherfucker. That just means you're official, you got your shit together. The mature man is someone who has their shit together and they're very mature emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, even, right? This person has gray hair. So I don't know, gray hair for me just kind of gives like wisdom. But there's a concern card. So this makes me feel like whoever might feel like they have unfinished business with you might be the one that's concerned. Whereas you might be excuse me, you might be meeting someone new and there might not be that same level of concern. Unexpected income is down at the bottom of the deck, but it doesn't necessarily give me like unexpected money. This could be someone that who has wealth. This could be someone who comes into a level of wealth, but unexpected income and money and stuff from this deck also kind of double gives me something to offer, right? So unexpected income doesn't necessarily have to just be financial. It could just be, again, someone, who unexpectedly has something to offer you. This could be this official person wanting to come in and give you something. This could be someone that you're connecting with who feels much more on your wavelength, and they could just be like an unexpected come up. Really, is kind of intuitively what I'm getting. Okay. Let's look what back at the bottom of the deck. Message of concern. So again, it's very much giving. There's some concern. Someone is concerned. Give me this energy. Where's my tarot deck? Main male is now down at the bottom of the deck. A lot of masculine energy. A lot of like men or something kind of coming up at this time. I want to clarify this concern card. Clarify what's the concern? What is the message of concern? Why are we concerned? What's the concern? Yeah, because someone wants to offer you something. This feels like I said, there's like someone you connecting with, Sagittarius, and then there's somebody that still doesn't like want to let go or something. Like this is someone who still feels like I got to go up here and handle this business. You see how he looking at this courthouse? When you got to go to court, it's not negotiable. You have to go. I mean, you cannot go and get penalized, but more than likely when you got to go to court, you're going to show up because you don't really want to know what'll happen if you don't. This makes me feel like someone who has unfinished business with you, who feels like they have unfinished business. This feels like someone who is concerned because they feel like you're connecting with someone else. And I feel like whoever you're connecting with is like an unexpected come up. You might not even know yet that this person is like a come up, but unexpected income makes me feel like this is like a blessing in disguise. You know what I'm saying? Imagine you walking down the street, you just find $100 on the ground. You know how, bitch, you would be skipping to your loot all goddamn evening, bitch. Like, you would be so excited. So it kind of feels like that, where it's like an unexpected come up. But Princess of Cups next to this Knight of Cups, when I'm asking what's the concern, Sagittarius, someone has unfinished business with you or feel like they has unfinished business and they're concerned because they want to offer you something. Ten of Cups is down at the bottom of the deck, but you might not want it, they might not want it, or they might not be able to see it. Five of Pentacles is down at the bottom of the deck. This definitely feels like somebody you've left out in the cold. This feels like somebody that you don't have dealings with no more. Like I said just a few moments ago, right? If you watching this and you like, who, bitch, I don't have unfinished business with a single soul. That's fine, that's cool, but somebody feel like they got unfinished business with you. Somebody feel like they got unfinished business with you. That's for sure. Eight of Pentacles just fell out reverse. This also could be somebody who hasn't really put in the work though. You know what I'm saying? This feels like someone who hasn't necessarily put in the work though either. Yeah, Lover's card down at the bottom of the deck. This is like someone who wants to be with you, but they haven't put in any work. So Sagittarius, be very careful. You could have some people coming back. You could be dealing with someone from the past, but it feels like these people haven't really changed. It feels like people who still feel like they have unfinished business with you, but it's like they haven't necessarily put in the work, or they don't want to put in the work. Give me this. Why is this Eight of Pentacles reversed? The Hermit card. So there's some Virgo energy here. Okay, but this is also someone who's like isolating themselves. Yeah, they're like keeping their distance. This is someone who isn't using their discernment, isn't using their intuition, or they haven't already. This again could be somebody you left out in the cold. The Hermit card is someone who sometimes can be isolated, but sometimes can just put themselves in solitude. This could be somebody who, again, like this official person over here, this official person energy kind of is given. This is someone who wants to like offer you something, but they like aren't really like doing the work, like they aren't doing the heavy lifting, but they're concerned, question mark. And see, this is where I laugh, because how are you concerned but then you're not putting in the work, says Sagittarius, right? Especially because people like us, we kind of know what we want. We kind of go after what we want, depending on like what you have other in your chart or whatever your upbringing. But I don't meet too many Sagittarians who like buckle at the idea of going after what it is they want, or even who they want. So this is very interesting to me, Sagittarius. You might be dealing with a Virgo, maybe, with this Hermit card. So maybe you're dealing with a Virgo or an earth sign, perhaps. There's some water here, so they might be a water sign. You know what I'm saying? And somebody who is like really timid and tender. But nighttime is coming to me too. There's two moons in the back of this card. So you might even, like, message of concern I saw twice. So you might get a text from somebody on a very, very late night. You might get a call from someone on a very late night. But the moons in the back of this card is what's drawing me to the nighttime energy. So it's kind of giving nighttime. This person might think a lot about you at night. They might watch you, stalk you, lurk you at night. But this is also giving, again, they're not listening to their intuition. They're not tapping into their higher self or their higher sense of like knowing of what they should do. Yeah, and it's like they're keeping to themselves, is like the vibe I'm getting. They're keeping to themselves. I'm seeing 22 and I'm seeing 33. So just be very careful about that. Well, give me a final message that Sagittarius might need to know right now at this time. I don't know what deck I want to go to. Let's grab this one. Give me something that Sagittarius needs to know right now at this time with this energy. I see you connecting. I kind of want to see what this new connection, because you have a pairing connection here, Sagittarius. I kind of want to be nosy real quick and see what this is. Give me something for this mature man, mature woman, because this official person energy over here is very much given, I got unfinished business, I still think about you, I still care about you. And again, I don't think they've really done any real heavy lifting work, but they want to come back. Or this could be someone who's done the heavy lifting work, like on themselves to heal or whatever, but isn't putting in the work to break the ice and take the initiative to like come toward you. But again, I see you mingling and connecting with somebody over here. Give me this mature man, mature woman vibe. What is this? What is this? Queen of Cups reverse. Nine of Cups is reverse. Okay, I see you protecting yourself, Sagittarius. Okay, trying not to move super fast. Okay, Ace of Swords. Okay, I see you connecting with somebody. If you haven't been connecting with somebody yet, Sagittarians, I see you connecting with someone. They might be older than you, and or you might just find them very mature. They could be your level of mature, right? Depending on what type of Sagittarius you are, you might be a little more mature than most. I know some who kind of also still give palace jester, court jester vibes, and I know some who are very independent, very headstrong, very mature. I see someone doing that, but I also feel like feminine Sagittarians, I feel like you're trying not to get super whisked away in the fantasy of what could be. So I see you trying to like I'm hearing temper your emotions and temper your sex drive, okay? With the Queen of Cups and Queen of Wands both reversed. This could be somebody who might strike you emotionally and sexually, but I'm also seeing like a lack of clarity on if you'll be happy. It's almost as if like you like this person, you're taking an interest to them. I think they're mature. They might have been around the world a little bit, so they might have a little bit of history or knowledge. I like when I get this card, I like the globe card because the globe card makes me feel like been around the world and right? This feels like someone who has wisdom, right? Again, you've lived life, you've traveled, you've seen different things, experienced different cultures. So this is someone who I think can keep up with you, and especially for Sagittarius women, I notice a lot of the time we need that. So I like this energy for you, but I'm also seeing like you don't want to move too fast. You don't really know if you're going to be happy. You don't want to start idealizing and fantasizing what could be and when it hasn't come really to pass yet. So I see you waiting for a little bit of clarity, a little more, kind of sniffing this person out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like even in her face, I don't know. For me, looking in her face, it also be giving like, if I could show you without so much of the glare, but her face kind of just be giving like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? It kind of be giving like, I don't know, nigga. I kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like I kind of got an eye on you, so I kind of feel like you might kind of be still filling this person out. But I don't know. I see you connecting with somebody, and I like it. So we'll keep it at that. All right, give me a couple of more cards for Sagittarians for what we might need to know, my Sagittarian friends. What do we need to know? Let's wrap up. We are at 16 minutes. I didn't want this to be super long. What does Sagittarius need to know at this time? Caring connections, thinking woman. I think this is predominantly your energy, Sagittarius. Rest and rejuvenation and walking away. Okay, heartbroken is down at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, I would confirm that Wrong Bitch by Tiana Taylor is playing. So yes, I would double quadruple confirm that. Where it seems like Sagittarians, regardless of your gender, regardless of what role you play in the relationship, it seems like love is definitely on your mind. For a lot of you, you're connecting with someone new. There's someone old who still feels like they don't want to let go yet. They're still like concerned. I see them even maybe messaging you eventually to kind of have a conversation about wanting to initiate something. But again, either they aren't putting in the work to break the ice to say the conversation and to have it, they waiting on you to do it, or they gon' initiate the conversation, but they haven't really put in the real work to like make this a long lasting connection, right? Here we have caring connections and we have thinking woman. So again, make sure you stay out of your head, Sagittarius placements. Okay, you don't have to be a woman for this to apply. Thinking woman is just someone who is a little tormented with her thoughts, right? Not knowing how to transition her intrusive thoughts or her thinking patterns. With Wrong Bitch, though, it is very much giving. Yeah, you're resting, rejuvenating, you're chilling, and you're waiting to see what needs to be walked away from and what doesn't need to be walked away from. Just like I kind of confirmed right with the Queen of Cups, is giving, oh, I kind of like you, I kind of can see it, you know what I'm saying? But it feels like you're trying to keep a stronghold on your sexuality, like your sex drive and your passion and your fun, and you're trying to keep a hold on yourself emotionally. You don't want to move too fast, it seems like here, and it doesn't seem like you want to lead too much with emotion. It seems like you're trying to keep it poised. You're trying to, take the mature route. You're applying your wisdom, which is good. And it seems like you're thinking before you're acting, thinking before you're allowing yourself to get too emotionally involved. Okay. This makes me feel like if you need questions, don't be afraid to for one, rest, and for two, meditate. For one, meditation helps you get answers you need, right? But sometimes also for some people, resting and sleeping does too. Pay a lot of attention to the sporadic sleeping spells you might have. Sometimes out of nowhere you might feel like, oh, I need a nap, take it. Because again, something might be spiritually in the midst to where you need to take a nap. So don't be shying away from your taking a nap skills. Take a nap if you need to. It'll help you get either the dream you need, or you might wake up with clear minded with clarity, right? When you thinking and you doing a whole lot of goddamn brain frying, everything get confusing. Everything run together. Everything sound like the same motherfucking thing. But it's gonna be up to you to actually take a nap and say, okay, let me turn my brain off real quick. Let me take this nap, and then when you wake up fresh on your mind, you might actually get a message. Okay. For others of you, meditation works just fine. Okay, but you're gonna have to actually meditate. Though you're really, really, really big on what you need to walk away from, what you're walking away from, and what isn't pouring into you. I feel like for a lot of Sagittarians, you're like taking your power back. You're not really thinking about, you know what I'm saying, anybody else and how it make anybody else feel. You're very focused on how it makes you feel. You're very focused on protecting yourself. You're very focused on making sure you don't get hurt. And if you already have been hurt, it feels like a lot of you are moving forward toward healing. Okay, that's been it. Thank you again so much for checking out my content. If you made it this far, definitely thumbs up. Leave me some comments if this resonated. Like, share, subscribe again. Join our little family over here. I am trying to grow us over here. And yeah, check down below in the description box if you want to find me on my other platforms. I'm open for personal readings. You can find my website there also. And yeah, happy half birthday because it is Gemini season. We have 6 more months before it's our season, and I love that for us. So happy 6-month birthday to us. And I'll see y'all over on the next video. Okay, bye.